Welcome back to the channel, y'all. We're going to be talking about why a massive altcoin run could be coming very soon in this crypto market. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button. It helps out the channel. And we have new crypto and Bitcoin videos coming out every single day. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But as you guys can see right here, everybody's freaking out on crypto Twitter. Everybody's like, Bitcoin's going down to $30,000. The bull run is over. But as you guys can see right here, this is the altcoin market cap. And normally, the altcoins peak around 550 days after the Bitcoin halving. You can see over the past two cycles, that's exactly what we saw. This blue line represents the Bitcoin halving. As you can see here, it's been 546 days after that Bitcoin halving. That's when we hit the altcoin all-time high. Same thing back in 2021. And you can see currently where we're at right now. The Bitcoin halving just happened. It's only been a couple of weeks. Gotta give it time. Really haven't seen the prices blast off after the halving. We're actually in a little bit of a Bitcoin halving dump or just consolidation. We'll be checking that out here in a second. But you can see 546 days after, that's gonna put us in October of 2025. So if history plays out exactly the same, or if history rhymes with what we saw last cycle, we're gonna see the altcoins peak in late 2025. And then here's a chart that we posted over on our Patreon. Make sure to check out our Patreon. We post all of our thoughts over there, our trade alerts, when we're getting in and out of trades, when we're getting out of the market, when we're buying back into the market. You don't want to be the person back in 2021 who never sold any of your bags, didn't make any profit. You guys can join our exclusive Patreon group, and you also get access to some additional perks. You get one-on-one DMs with us. You actually get our technical analysis ebook, crypto course, which is around $50 value, airdrop spreadsheet, all the airdrops that we recently have been farming. That's all within our Patreon. It's only for $20 a month. And you only have to pay one time. If you want to try it out for a month and you hate it, you don't have to renew. But most of our members that join, they tend to stay. But don't overthink this. When the price action is consolidating at or above previous resistance with strong demand, price action will continue upwards. And then you can see the first red boxes here, 1 and 2, is showing consolidation, but also continuation back in the 2020-2021 cycle. We could potentially see that right now in the cycle that we're in, showing consolidation and potentially blasting off with continuation to the upside, giving Bitcoin a higher price, going into 2025. And you can see that price there, the highest box is around June of 2025. So that is when we're expecting Bitcoin crypto to peak according to the 4-year halving cycle. And here's another chart that we posted in our Patreon. You can see, looking at the stochastic RSI, you can see back here in January of 2023, we hit a low on the stochastic RSI. That's when Bitcoin dipped. It was a reload zone. That just means you should be picking up Bitcoin crypto at cheap prices. And then you also saw that back in the time from around July to October last year. Bitcoin price dropped. Great time to buy the dip, pick up some cheap Bitcoin, pick up some cheap altcoins. And we're potentially seeing that right now with the stochastic RSI bottoming out here, a potential buy the consolidation, buy the dip opportunity in the Bitcoin and crypto market. And then you can see right here, this was the last Bitcoin halving back in May of 2020. And after that Bitcoin halving happened, it took around 77 days before we actually blasted off. Bitcoin traded down after that halving, then consolidated. And we're seeing something similar in this Bitcoin halving. And we can check back in 2016. You can see right here, Bitcoin sold off after that halving, and it really didn't blast off until around 110 days after the Bitcoin halving. So if we look at Bitcoin now, around 110 days puts us around the late July, August timeframe. And we had a little bit of a sell-off after the halving. We've been consolidating. So we really probably won't see that blast off if history repeats until late July, early August. And we could see some downwards price action during that time period. So it's nothing to scare you at the market, but if Bitcoin does go lower, if crypto does go lower, you should probably be picking up at these cheap prices. And then also for the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin chart, you can see right here, a potential reverse head and shoulders playing out right here. And then what is the inverse head and shoulders? You can see right here, it normally breaks to the upside. So a potential bullish indicator there for Bitcoin. So looking at the charts right now, It's looking like Bitcoin may still consolidate for a couple of months. Not really time to panic right now for the total three. This is all cryptos excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. We are actually just hitting the 0.382 as a support level right now. We're still above the 200-day moving average. Definitely good to see. We could continue to consolidate around these two levels, around the 0.382 and the 0.5 over the next couple months, and have a breakout around that late July to August time frame, like we saw in the Bitcoin chart, just comparing that there. And then also another thing to note in this market, everybody's neutral right now. There's people who are bullish, super bullish, there are people who are super bearish. Right now we're in that neutral zone. Nobody really knows where Bitcoin is headed to, but this could be an opportunity to buy the dip. Nobody wants to buy when Bitcoin goes down 5-10%. Nobody wants to buy crypto when Bitcoin is down, but when it's at all-time highs, everybody wants to ape in. It's the worst thing to do. To wait for Bitcoin to go up and break its old all-time high and then start to invest in altcoins is not really the best strategy. You should get these altcoins, you should get Bitcoin while it's cheap and while nobody wants it and while there's uncertainty in the market. And you can see right here, there is uncertainty in the market right now. And then another bullish indicator here is stock to flow model. You can see right here, the stock to flow model is looking pretty good. Last time we got to around this red area before we got into the orange and yellow back in 2021, that's when you saw Bitcoin's price really start to go to the upside. Same thing back here in 2017, 2018, and then also the same thing back here in 2013, 2014. So according to stock to flow, right now is a great time to get in before we have that final leg up for Bitcoin. And you can see where stock to flow thinks we're going, around $448,000 for BTC. So if that happens, imagine where a lot of these altcoins are going to go, because Bitcoin going up around an 8x from here would be massive for the entire crypto market. And then just to zoom out and look at the long-term picture, crypto right now has around a $2 to $3 trillion market cap. Bitcoin has a $1 trillion market cap. When you compare that to other industries, you can see how undervalued crypto is right now. Collectibles, that's a $6 trillion market. Art, $18 trillion market. Gold is $12 trillion. Equities, $115 trillion. There's $120 trillion of money around the world. You have $300 trillion in bonds and $330 trillion in real estate. And this number is only going to go up over time as we have more and more inflation, the debasement of currencies, and as these asset prices continue to rise. But you can see Bitcoin's only at $1 trillion. The total crypto market cap is only $2 to $3 trillion. And I think Bitcoin and crypto are worth more, a lot more than some of these other bubbles on this graph here. So it just goes to show you that there is a lot of room for Bitcoin to grow, for crypto to grow, and you know this number right here is going to grow. The total global asset value of 900 trillion, that's going to grow just because of the debasement of currency and because these governments aren't going to stop printing money. So while everybody's freaking out around this small 10% dip in Bitcoin, you should be picking up right now. I mean, you should be holding for the long term. Don't have a short-term mindset, because we could be at a cycle top right now, but over the next 4, 5, 10 years, prices are really cheap to compare to where they're going. And then looking at some other indicators here that could potentially be a sign of a crypto top. This is the crypto app ranking on the App Store in the US. You can see all of these stats. Coinbase is currently at 271 in the App Store. Normally when Coinbase gets to the top 10, that is a sign of a top, but we haven't seen Coinbase get anywhere near that. Phantom Wallet actually got up to around 50 over the past couple of weeks, but that has quickly went down to the downside. People downloading Phantom there, getting into Solana. And they have some other charts here. Looking at social metrics, you can still see that most of these social metrics, they peaked back in 2021. New weekly Twitter followers of crypto exchanges, still peaking back in 2021. We've had some uptick here lately, and that's what all these charts are showing right now. You can go down and look at basically all of them, that they all peaked in 2021. It's slowly, gradually coming back up now, but retail is just not here. I know you may be on crypto Twitter, you may be on crypto YouTube, so it seems like retail is back, but looking at all of these charts, 2021, we really peaked for crypto interest, and we have not gotten back to the crypto interest that we saw in 2021. You can see right here, this is the new weekly YouTube videos of influencers videos. look at the number of videos every single day for the influencers. So it was around 10 million. Right now, we're currently sitting at 1.38 million. So we're nowhere near close to seeing retail come back in. Tweet volume for Bitcoin and Ethereum peaked back in 2021 as well and has come down since then. And then looking at like Google search volume for Bitcoin, peaked back in 2021. It actually peaked in 2017. Ethereum definitely was peaking back in 2021, hasn't gotten back there. The only crypto that really has peaked this cycle has been Solana. Solana actually probably had some even more volume than what it saw back in 2021, 22. Now it's seeing even more volume here as of late. That's just because Solana has performed so well. A lot of hype around Phantom. These celebrities making meme coins on Solana. There's been a lot going on there. But it does look like for Bitcoin in the crypto industry as a whole, we haven't seen retail fully come back in. So that is a good sign that we are not currently at a top right now for Bitcoin and crypto. So this is what we think is going to happen, guys. We think that going into 2024, late 2024, we think Bitcoin and crypto are going to continue to the upside slowly but surely. And then in 2025, we'll see that peak. And you don't want to be caught offside. You don't want to be on the other side of the trade. You know, buy in right now, watch your portfolio go up 5, 10x and not take any profit. Join our Patreon. We can message you one-on-one. You can get all the inside access to when we make trades, what our current thoughts on the markets, and when we're going to be selling our crypto. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already. But thank you for watching all the way to the end. I hope you found some value in today's video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. It helps the channel out a lot. My name is Aaron from the Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.